So in today's video, we are doing something that I have seen a few people on YouTube do. We are doing the expansion draft rebuild. So basically, if you do not know, in NBA 2K17 they added a feature where you can put it in expansion teams. I believe you can put it up to 4. I'm only doing 1 right now. I did decide to go with the San Diego Surf. I don't know why. I thought it was a cool name. I don't know. It really doesn't matter what team name it is because we do have an expansion draft. So if we go to the expansion protect players, this is really what every team, or the players that every team's going to protect. You can protect, I believe it's 8 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So yeah, it's 8 players per team. So if you really just want to pause the video and see what players every team's, ooh, that's actually nice. The Bulls didn't protect Rondo. I think I'm going to go after him. Yeah, you can see what team. Celtics. Oh, damn, I thought they weren't going to do Jaylen Brown, but sorry, I will stop talking. You can just pause the video and see what team protected who. So that's really, I mean, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. It's not going to be great for season number 1 just because we're not going to have great options because we are using the draft. So there you go. That's that. And now let's go to the expansion draft. And okay, I'll take this. So you know what? I'm not going to take the best players in the world. I'll take Joe Johnson. I also kind of want to go kind of young. I will be probably taking Malik Beasley. I'll take Scalabrine actually. I mean, it really doesn't matter what order I draft players in. It's just kind of the fact that I'd like to have young players in this team. Who have I taken? So I've taken a center and I've taken a shooting guard, but neither of them are probably gonna. Whoops, choose player. Neither of them are probably gonna really play that much. Or, I mean, they'll play, but they're not gonna be in the future. They're just gonna play in the first year. Let's see. Tyler Ulis, no. All right, let's just go by overall now, just so we don't have a terrible first year. I'm not taking Manu Ginobili just because I don't really want to re-sign him. He's a 78 overall. I will take Tony Allen, the lockdown defender. Joe Johnson, I'll take. No, not Manu. I'll take Taj. So we're really not getting horrible players. I'll definitely take Festus Ezeli. Nick Young, sure. Even though I'm pretty sure it's kind of a big contract. Bogut, I'll take. And what position we have? All right, I want to go by position. So we have no point guard right now, so I definitely need to get a point guard. Every other position doesn't look terrible right now. We go to, let's go by position, let's go point guard. I'll take Brandon Jennings, that's not bad. And then let's just take some shooting off the bench with Kyle Korver. And anybody that's decent, I'll take Sean Livingston. It's not bad. And I don't know how many more picks I have. I don't think it's too much. I guess I'll take Michael Beasley. This is our 13th pick right here. Oh, I'll take Ish Smith. And that's it. So let's exit the draft. Let's start this season. I'll just download the draft class that I always use, Professor 2Ks. I just want to make sure that's the right one because it's going to be bad if it's not. Alright, whatever. I guess it didn't do the draft class. But this is the team right now. Joe Johnson, Tony Allen, Taj Gibson, Brandon Jennings, Festus Ezeli, Nick Young, Kyle Korver, Andrew Bogut, Ish Smith, Michael Beasley, not Malik Beasley. Sean Livingston, Scalabrine, and there's Malik Beasley. So let's look at the rotation for the first season. I actually did a pretty good job, I think, of picking out everybody. We better have our first round draft pick. We do. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to head over to the Wizards, see if there's some way I can get their unprotected first round pick without using my first round pick this year. Maybe if I could throw my pick next year, that would help me a lot. But this is probably going to take more than 1 season. Joe Johnson, Festus Ezeli. I'll probably give them Bogut. Sure, I'll do this. You can take Bogut. I'll take Jan Mahimi back. So if we actually look at our player contracts, I still have a lot of money, but Mahimi and Johnson are both going to get moved in the offseason. Taj Gibson's contract's up. Team option on Festus Ezeli is too much for him. So, all right, let's go ahead and simulate the first season. We're going to be really bad in the first season, but hopefully we can have 2 top 5 picks in the NBA draft. And at the end of season number 1, Russell Westbrook wins the MVP award, averaging 28.5 points per game, 12 rebounds, 10.5 assists, 2.5 steals, and half a block. Ben Simmons does win Rookie of the Year. Brandon Knight wins 6th Man of the Year with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists off the bench. Very impressive from him. Drummond wins Defensive Player of the Year. D'Angelo Russell wins Most Improved, and Steve Kerr of the 62 and 20 Golden State Warriors is your Coach of the Year. So clearly we probably not have anybody on any of these teams because we were absolutely horrific, just like I expected us to be. At 19 and 63. Let's see how the Wizards did. I really hope they didn't make the playoffs. They went 38 and 44. I guess their pick really isn't as valuable as I always thought it was. So I guess I'm going to have to work on getting a new pick next time. I feel like the Heat and the Magic always do pretty bad in the first season. So maybe I'll get their pick in the future. But our pick definitely is going to have a lot of trade value. Actually, it really should. I'm going to go look at the stats first and see maybe if there's anybody I want to bring back next year. Maybe Taj on a very small contract. Brandon Jennings won't be bad as a backup point guard maybe next year. Those jerseys are actually kind of sick. I don't mind them at all. But let's continue simulating the playoffs. Looks like the final's going to be the Warriors and the Bucks. Kevin Durant's final MVP, but the Bucks. Okay, 2K. But let's get into this offseason, not jersey retirement. Let's go to league meetings, make sure nothing's mad, or nothing got messed up. I don't know why I said mad. Reject. I don't really care what they say. I'm just going to reject them because the NBA is pretty fine the way it is right now. So let's see what pick we ended up getting. 4 and 12. Actually, you know what? I'll take that. 4 definitely screwed us because look, we have the first pick in the second round. The second round does not have a lottery, so we got screwed there. 4 and 12. What could I get for it? So we were sending Scalabus Sierra, the 4th overall pick, and Malik Beasley to the Los Angeles Lakers to the 3rd overall pick in Jordan Clarkson. I am going to turn Jordan Clarkson into an asset, I believe. I don't think I'm going to keep him for too long in this video anyways. What I want to do is, here rookie signings with the 3rd overall pick, we did select Jason Tatum. With the 12th overall pick, I did take Marquise Bolden. I didn't select this guy, I just auto-generated, or I just sent him to the rest of the draft. Lyle Green with the 1st overall pick in the 2nd round. I'm going to go ahead and sign all of them to a contract. Team player options, Azealia I will bring back, but not for $7 million. Nick Young, not paying him $5.5 million, so I'm going to go ahead and trade him. So I have a few trades to make. I want to make my first trade or free agency signing. You guys will see it. So we are sending Jan Mahimi and Joe Johnson to the Boston Celtics for Marcus Smart and a 2019 lottery protected 1st round pick. This is really just a salary dump, and Marcus Smart can be a good backup point guard because I do not think I'm going to have him start unless I can't get a better point guard. Right now, I think I'm going to trade Ish Smith and Nick Young. So Smith and Young. Let's see if I can just get a complete salary dump for them. That's what I really want. Let's just see if this will ever load. That's what I'm going to try to do. So come on. Please load. This takes so long. DeAndre Jordan. That's a lot of money to take in, though. I'm just looking for some picks. Steven Adams isn't bad. I'm probably just going to do that one for the picks. So yeah, let's just send them to the Warriors, and I'll see you guys in my first free agency signing. And after day 2 free agency, we will be signing both Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, former Los Angeles Clippers. They're going to team back up in San Diego. I cannot no longer afford Gordon Hayward. How much money do I have left? $13 million. So we did spend a lot of money there. And after day 5 free agency, we are going to be signing Andre Iguodala. Just really trying to build up this team a little bit more to be a little bit better. I want to see if I can get Taj Gibson back. It does not look like I did. Not sure why. But who do I have bird rights on? Corver, I'll bring back on the minimum. Oh, there's Taj Gibson. There we go. Sign him. Corver goes to the Cavs. It's whatever. I don't really care at this point. So I'm going to sign some veteran players. Hopefully ones that are still pretty good. Rasul Butler, it's fine. Jose Calderon, I'll bring in on the minimum. Beno Udrih, I'll bring in the minimum. So I'll see you guys at the start of season number 2 with some trades. So we're sending Marquise Bolden and Marcus Smart along with the 1st round pick to the Houston Rockets for Clint Capella and Darren Williams. I do realize I did need a center because Marquise Bolden was starting for us, but now he's obviously not because we do have Clint Capella now. So this rotation is actually not looking terrible right now. Chris Paul, Jordan Clarkson, Jason Tatum, Blake Griffin, and Clint Capella. Off the bench, we do have Andre Iguodala, Taj Gibson, Darren Williams, Jose Calderon, and Isaiah Cannon. I think I'm going to take these away and run a 9-man rotation. I know it might be a lot. Nope. I'm just going to take the minutes away from Jose Calderon, and I'm going to give them to Isaiah Cannon, just because I don't want too many point guards off the bench. So we only do have one center, but I feel like we'll still be fine. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2, where hopefully we should make the playoffs and possibly have a chance at the NBA Finals. And at the end of season number 2, LeBron James wins another MVP, averaging 22.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks. Josh Jackson wins Rookie of the Year for the Orlando Magic, averaging 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, half an assist, 2.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks. Spencer Hawes wins 6th Man of the Year. I've never seen that before. Kawhi Leonard wins Defensive Player of the Year. Paul George... What? How? What? I mean, I guess it's improved. I just don't... Okay. Whatever. Tyronn Lue wins Coach of the Year. He heads over to Cleveland... I'm an idiot. He was already in Cleveland. He heads over to Chicago, and he goes 62-20 with the Bulls. We were 57-25. We were first in the Western Conference, if you were wondering. Let's see if we have any surf on any of these teams. There we go. Blake Griffin, All-NBA 3rd team. He's looking good. So let's get into this offseason. 57-25, as I did say, first in the Western Conference. If we look at the standings, we are 3 games up on the Rockets. The Warriors clearly are not functioning the same without Steph. I mean, they still do have Clay, Durant, and Draymond, so I feel like they'd be doing a little bit better, but I guess Brandon Jennings, who was on our team at one point, cannot really handle it for them. And as you see, the Clippers just were terrible without having Blake or CP3. So let's get into this. Actually, I forgot to show you the statistics. Player stats, Blake Griffin did lead us in scoring, 21 points per game, 10 rebounds for him. Definitely impressive stats from him. Then it was Chris Paul, then Jordan Clarkson, then Jason Tatum, then Taj Gibson, then Iggy, Darren Williams. Capella had not good scoring, but he had good rebounding with 12 a game. Yeah, he did lead us in rebounding. So let's get into these playoffs. I mean, we're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in round number 1. We lose game 1. We lose game 2. We're down 2-1. Tied at 2 games apiece. We're down 3-2. 3-3. Not looking good if we have to go to 7 games in the first round. And we're kind of getting blown out now. So we just lost in the first round. Kind of stupid. Wasn't expecting it. Guess Russ is playing out of his mind. And the Houston Rockets go on to win the NBA Finals as James Harden's your Finals MVP. 6 games, 36 minutes, averaged 34.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2 steals, and half a block. Very impressive from a real-life MVP candidate this year. So, let's go over to the league meetings, make sure nothing happened, nothing did. Let's go to the draft. I don't think we have any picks. I'm not positive. I should have got the Clippers pick, actually. But, yeah, no, we have one second-round pick, 30th overall, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Let's go to team player options, see if we have anybody to bring back. Lyle Green, not for 1.6 million. That's definitely not happening. So, I have a few trades to make, I feel like, and I'll see you guys with my first trade just because, yeah, we're in the negative. So, I feel like I'm going to move Clarkson and Iguodala, and I'll see you guys with that trade. So we are sending Jordan Clarkson and Andre Iguodala over to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Chris Dunn and Gorgie Jang. I am going to end up moving Gorgie Jang, but Chris Dunn is going to be our shooting guard for next year. His overall does go up if you change him to shooting guard, and he's still in his rookie contract, so that works out fine for me. Let's just move Gorgie Jang right now. Him and his $15 million salary. I do not really want to pay him that, so let's see what offers we will get for him. I didn't realize Chris Paul was already 33, but he does have a no trade clause, so he's definitely probably not going to waive that. Anyone literally just want to give me picks? Come on. Damn it. Alright. You know what? I'll do this for Doug McDermott just because he's only making $3 million. So, I feel like I can flip Dougie McBuckets for something pretty cheap. Actually, you know, for $3 million, I'll take that shooting off the bench. We have $14 million, which isn't a lot. So, I guess I'll see you guys with my first free agency signing. So I was not able to bring in any free agents, so this is the team that I think we're going to be rolling with for season number 3 unless I make any trades. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Chris Dunn. I do need to change them to a shooting guard. Jason Tatum and Clint Capella. That's going to be our starting 5. So our bench is still looking a little bit weak. So I may make some trades at the start of season number 3. If I do not, you guys will see the end of season number 3 where hopefully we can win a championship. So this is going to be a rotation from season number 3. Chris Paul, Chris Dunn, Jason Tatum, Blake Griffin, and Clint Capella. Off the bench we do have Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott, Alexis Ajenka, Seth Curry. So there's not really much I can do about the whole bench scenario. Actually, let's go non-man. Just because, I don't know, there's no one really I can trade here that I could get much back for that would be better. But what I did see was if you go into free agency, which I was mad about, because if you go to free agents, DeAndre Jordan's here, but I don't have $30 million to sign him, so I might simulate a few games, see if he'll take like a minimum contract, even though he probably won't. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Hopefully we can win an NBA championship. And at the end of season number 3, our very own Chris Paul gets the MVP award, 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 4 steals a game from, which is very, very impressive, along with half a block per game. So I mean, I've never seen Chris Paul win the MVP in this, especially with the super team around him. I'd say our record shows that we're a super team, but I wouldn't say we're definitely a super team. Michael Porter does win Rookie of the Year for the Los Angeles Clippers. Cameron Payne wins 6th man. Anthony Davis wins Defensive Player. Chris Dunn wins Most Improved. Also on the San Diego Surf, 19.5 points per game for him, 5.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. What were his? Yeah, so that's very improved from last year. So Terry Stotts wins Coach of the Year. So we had 3 of the season awards. So that was very impressive. Terry Stotts was the Coach of the Year. We do go 6-6-16, which is obviously good enough for first in the Western Conference. Paul George signed with the Brooklyn Nets. Oh boy. Yeah, so Chris Paul is obviously on the All-NBA first team. If we go to player stats, I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a prediction right now and say that it's Chris Paul and then Chris Dunn. I was right. And then it was Blake Griffin, then Tatum, then Gibson, then Seth Curry. Capella just cannot score. I don't really watch him too much in real life, so I don't really know if he's just a rebounding center, basically. But he did end up with 9.5 rebounds per game, then Blake with 8, and then Taj Gibson with 6.5. Assists was Chris Paul with 9.5. Very impressive from the MVP of the year. We were taking on the Houston Rockets in the first round, the team that did win the NBA Finals last year, so, oops, I went right by him. Yeah, this team's just not looking good. We can beat them. Let's just simulate game by game. We do win game 1. We win game 2. Let's just simulate the current round. We shouldn't have any problem. Okay, well, we lost 2 in a row after that. But now we're taking on the 5 seed Minnesota Timberwolves, who will wait for this. Yeah, they signed DeAndre Jordan. Now, I would assume that they're playing Cat probably at power forward, but this team is very, very good, especially for a 5 seed. But we do win game 1. We win game 2. All right, are you going to sweep? Okay. I don't really care. I mean, sweeping them is fine with me. Now we're taking on the Golden State Warriors in the next round. Warriors have everybody but Steph. They have Kelly Olynyk. Hopefully we can get this done. We win game 1 against them. We lose game 2. Lose game 3. Are you serious right now? No, I'm not relocating. Come on, Chris Paul. You cannot be tired right now. Alright, well, let's simulate this with SimCast. We're in San Diego, our home court. We're getting destroyed. So, yes, we couldn't get the expansion team rebuild done. That fucking sucks. 76ers go on to win finals as Ben Simmons is their finals MVP. So that sucks. We couldn't get it done, but going over this roster one more time: Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Chris Dunn, Jason Tatum, Clint Capella, Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott, Seth Curry, Alexis Ajinka, Darren Williams, Beno Udrih, Wayne Ellington, and Cole Knight. Unfortunately, I guess we just didn't have the bench to really do it. Our starting lineup was pretty good. I mean, maybe our small forward is a little weak. Maybe Jason Tatum's just not there yet. But Chris Dunn looked like he really shaped into form. Clint Capella can't score. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like down below. If you have any suggestions for any other rebuilds, let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.